football has been one of the greatest impacts when it comes to societal development in the world that I know. And it has actually been developing countries from one stage to the other. Whether you are developed or you are not developed, football just opens the door for the citizens in the country, opens the door for the youth, for the people, even the spectators, the supporters who admire football. Gone were the days when people were talking about football and you won't count Africa as part of it, especially hosting events and Africa like being part of the main talk when it comes to football. 2010, South Africa break the deadlock for Africa by being the first African country to host the World Cup in Africa. It was very, very interesting. The opening ceremony was, I think, so far for me, is one of the best opening ceremony we've ever had when it comes to the World Cup. And the Zulus, like everything. That was the time the vuvuzela and everything came into being, and we were so happy. But 2024, FIFA has, after an extraordinary assembly by FIFA, which Morocco has been chosen as one of the hosts for 2030 World Cup, which is going to be officially co-hosted by Morocco, Spain, and Portugal.
We can officially confirm that the hosts of the FIFA World Cup 2030 will be Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. Mabruk, felicitación, parabéns, felicidades.
But there's a trick to this. Because 2030 will be the 100-year centenary celebration for FIFA, they've added Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay as part of the venues or the countries that matches will be played in. So the official countries that are hosting the 2030 World Cup is Morocco, Spain, and Portugal. But matches will also be played in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay, because as part of the celebration of FIFA's 100 years, they want to expand to continents. And this will be the first time that more than 2 continents are hosting the World Cup. And it's going to be interesting. We are eagerly waiting for 2030 by the grace of God to see how it's going to be done. And no matter what, sports makes everything possible. And it's going to be very interesting to see the number of countries going and the number of matches that are going to play. Talking about countries going and matches going to be played, we can't go without talking about the stadiums. Look at the stadiums that are going to be used during the World Cup. These stadiums are perfect. Morocco actually, during the bid, submitted 6 cities, let's say 6 stadiums, which they are the design they brought to FIFA with regards to how the stadiums will be like. And these stadiums are really, really nice. Look at the Marrakech Stadium. Look at the stadium in Rabat. And if you look at the stadium in Ben Soumani, these are really like first-class stadium. And now because of development, because of artificial intelligence, people are designing their stadium in a way that it's more of like you see those like a computerized system, and we are really in love with it. Football bringing people together. Morocco, as an African country, being part of Africa, is going to make Africa. This will be the second time an African country is hosting the World Cup, and the first was South Africa. The second is now Morocco. And 2010 to 2030, the interval is like 20 years interval, and we are very glad that for within the 100 years of football in the world, Africa has written its name as part of the history makers in football. And Morocco, if you guys forgot, was for the first African country to reach the semi-final of the FIFA World Cup at the just ended World Cup in Qatar, and we were very happy. And there's a good news for Africans. And guys, let's not forget the 2034 World Cup 2 has also been bidded to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is going to host the 2034 World Cup, and they are hosting it alone. And if you look at the stadiums, you can see the stadiums on the screen, guys. These stadiums are, they are 1 in a million. These are serious stadiums. And they are building like this kind of artificial estate or city. They're building a new city to host one of the matches during the 2034 World Cup. Currently, Ghana is preparing for the 2026 World Cup in America, and we hope Ghana is going to qualify. So guys, this is what we have for you for today's episode of The Update. This is your boy Majid Eldin. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the link for this video. Thank you guys. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.